Today we are going to discuss about the definitions of central bank. We know that central bank occupies an important place in any economy, and it is the apex authority of an economy which controls the money supply, sometimes act as the banker's bank, government's bank, and they have the monopoly of issue of currency notes, etc. In this section, some of the important definitions of it's an institution that manages the currency and monetary policy of a state or formal monetary union and oversees the commercial banking system. This is a central bank. That is central bank. Sometimes it is known as a reserve bank or it is a monetary authority. It is also known as monetary authority. It is an institution that manages the currency and monetary policy of the state or formal monetary union. Sometimes it may be a union of countries or monetary union and oversees their commercial banking system. This is the duty of a central bank. Or what is a central bank is? Central bank or reserve bank or monetary authority is an institution that manages the currency and monetary policy of a state or formal monetary union and oversees their commercial banking system. Most of the central bank have supervisory and regulatory powers to ensure the stability of member institution, discourage reckless or fraudulent behavior or by the member banks. And most of these central banks are institutionally independent from political interference. This is another important feature of a central bank. In contrast to the commercial bank, a central bank possesses a monopoly on increasing the monetary base in financial crisis. That is, they can increase the monetary base of a country if some crisis occurs in an economy. And central bank is a financial institution and it is responsible for overseeing the monetary system and policy of a nation or group of nation, regulating its money supply and setting its interest rate. That it is a financial institution and it is responsible for overseeing the monetary system and policy of the nation or group of nation and they regulate the money supply by setting the interest rate. They issue currency note and central banks set requirements for the banking industries such as the amount of cash reserves. They act as bankers bank, they act as a lender of last resort to the financial institution, government, etc. These are the features of a central bank, that is lender of last resort to the government and to the bank financial institution, bankers bank. They are the custodian of certain cash reserves of the commercial banking system. They issue currency note. They are financial institution responsible for overseeing the monetary system and policy of a group of nation or nation by regulating the money supply, by setting different interest or by changing the interest rate. Now let us see some of the definitions of the central bank. According to the Bank of International Settlement or Bank of International Settlement defined a central bank as a central bank is a bank in any country to which has been entrusted the duty of regulating the volume of currency and credit in that country. That is, a central bank is the bank in any country which has been entrusted the duty of regulating the volume of currency and credit in that country. Then their main duty is regulating the volume of currency and credit in that country. This is the definition given by the Bank of International Settlement. That is, they have given or they focused on the regulatory power of the central bank on the volume of currency and credit in the country for maintaining stability in the economy. And second definition is given by Samuelson. And according to Samuelson, every central bank has one function. It operates to control economy, supply of money and credit. That is, every central bank has only one function, that is, they operates to control the economy by controlling the supply of money and credit. It is in the same sense as you defined by the Bank of International Settlement. According to Vera Smith, a central bank is the primary definition of central bank is the banking system in which a single bank has either a complete or residuary monopoly of note issue. In this definition has given importance to the uh, monopoly of note issue functions of the central bank. And another definition by Kent shows that a central bank may be defined as an institution which is charged with the responsibility of managing the expansion and contraction of volume of money in the interest of the general public welfare. That is, according to Kent, the responsibility of central bank is the managing the expansion and contraction of volume of money, or to manages the changes in the volume of money in the interest of the general public welfare. That is, they manages the changes in the volume of money for increasing the welfare of the public. And another definition by Sayer shows that central bank is the government's bank. He focused on these aspects, that is, central bank act as the bank, government's bank. And how to define the central bank as a central bank is a lender of last resort. He focused on this function of the central bank, that is the lender of last resort. These are some of the important definitions of a central bank, that is focused on the lender of last resort, and Sayer on the government's bank, Kent on the role on the responsibility to manages the changes in the volume of money for increasing the welfare, whereas Smith on the regulatory powers of or the residuary power of note issue. Then international settlement defined as the institution entrusted with the duty to regulating the volume of currency and credit in the country. And Samuelson defined the central bank, and it operates to control the economy by changing the supply of money and credit, or controlling the supply of money and credit. These are some of the important definitions of the central bank. In this slide, the central bank of important countries are given, that is Afghanistan, the central bank of Afghanistan, and Albania, the Bank of Albania. This is some of the in the following section, the central bank of almost all important countries are given. Nearly one central bank of 180, 180 nations are given in this slide.